Hello and welcome. My name is Nathan and I'll be doing the voiceover for the latest update to Ichigo's Essence Drain Occultist build guide, Lahkesis, the Queen of Chaos. Essence Drain has been consistently a strong and solid skill since its introduction in Talisman League, and in patch 3.6 we got introduced to new chaos skills such as Bane, which is an active skill gem that applies a debuff to enemies in an area, which also deals chaos damage over time. Linked curses are also applied to those enemies. The debuff deals more damage and lasts longer for each curse applied this way. So now we have two Essence Drain setups, Essence Drain plus Contagion and Essence Drain plus Bane. It is a very versatile spell and can be built around a diverse range of budgets. It is openly recommended as a league starter or can be used to clear endgame content including bosses. With the upcoming PoE's expansion, Legion, Essence Drain will prove once again it's on the top tier skill list and available to new players and veterans alike. Essence Drain is arguably one of the strongest single target chaos spells in the game, which is reason enough to try it out if you never have. Mechanics. The first and most important main skill is Essence Drain. Essence Drain is a strong damage over time spell that applies itself to any enemy hit by its initial projectile. When it comes to mapping with this build, we can either use Bane or Contagion depending on your playstyle and choices. When it comes to single target, we use Essence Drain enhanced with Vol Righteous Fire and Vol Blight gems for more spell damage and more chaos damage. We also use the Withering Presence Ascendancy node, which slows enemy movement speed by 36% and applies a stacking 6% increased chaos damage taken debuff. Put all these multipliers together and you've got a recipe for some impressive single target DPS. Defensively, the Queen of Chaos is no slouch either. Essence Drain provides life regeneration equal to 0.5% of the damage it deals, and when you combine this with the Zealot's Oath Keystone, this build reaches impressive levels of energy shield regen. Even more impressive is the build's Tri-Curse utility. Enfeeble and Temporal Chain auras with 80% increased curse effectiveness means that most enemies can barely touch you, and a Witchfire Brew Flask provides an on-demand smoke cloud and increased damage taken over time effects. Lastly, the Profane Bloom Ascendancy node ensures your curses can be applied to all enemies, and Aspect of the Spider provides an additional defensive layer and damage multiplier to make use of the rest of your mana. Here we have to take a look at our two setups for Lahkesis, the Queen of Chaos. We have Essence Drain and Bane, or Essence Drain and Contagion. Essence Drain and Bane setup. Bane is an active skill gem that applies a debuff to enemies in an area which deals chaos damage over time. Bane deals 47% more damage and lasts longer per curse linked to it. We will link Bane with Enfeeble to reduce the enemy accuracy and damage, Despair to decrease the enemy's chaos resistance and increase the damage over time they take, and we're going to put all of that together with Arcane Surge to get more spell damage on Bane and global spell damage and a cast speed buff. And in patch 3.6 we got introduced to a new aura for damage over time, Malevolence. Malevolence grants 20% more damage over time and 19% increased skill effect duration. Also, when we choose the Bane setup, we will have unreserved mana to use another aura, and that aura can be Zealotry for more spell damage. Zealotry gives 50% more spell damage, and 10% chance to create Consecrated Ground on hitting a rare or unique enemy, lasting 8 seconds. Important note: when fighting Uber Atsiri or normal Atsiri with Bane, don't forget to use a flask that grants you immunity to curses, or she will reflect all curses to you. Essence Drain / Contagion setup. Contagion spreads your Essence Drain dot to nearby enemies when your primary target dies. In here, we're going to use the Tri-Curse setup with Temporal Chains, Enfeeble, and Despair with Blasphemy Gem, which makes the curses act as auras around you. In this section of the guide, you can follow along with the optimal leveling path for this build. However, there are two important considerations that need to be made. Don't level Pain Attunement or Arcane Vision until you're ready to equip Chevron's Wrappings and go low life, and don't level Zealot's Oath until you've reached a point where you are relying more on Energy Shield than life to survive encounters. And here is a list of useful leveling uniques. For bandits, make sure you kill all, as 2 passive points are far more useful than any of the other bonuses that are granted by killing the bandits. Ascendancy. Your first Ascendancy choice should be Profane Bloom. This will go a long ways towards speeding up the leveling process and is a strong choice as long as you are running at least 1 Curse Aura. Your second Ascendancy point should be Malediction. Malediction is one of the strongest Ascendancy points in the game because it provides a ton of curse effectiveness, a couple of defensive and offensive multipliers, and an entire extra curse. Your third point is Void Beacon. This node is fairly underwhelming on its own, but is required to get to the next one. Lastly, you get to pick up Withering Presence. You get 60% Chaos Resistance, which is generally pretty difficult to come by, 20% to your Chaos Damage over Time multiplier, and the passive Withering effect discussed earlier in the video. GemSetup. Essence Drain / Bane. Essence Drain benefits the most from gem levels, and here we're going to link it with gems that give us the maximum single target DPS. Essence Drain with 20 quality level 21, Efficacy with 20 quality level 21, Controlled Destruction with 20 quality level 21, Void Manipulation with 20 quality level 21, Swift Affliction with 20 quality level 21, and ideally an Empower level 4. Bane with 20 quality at level 21, Despair with 20 quality at level 21, Efficacy with 20 quality and level 21, Temporal Chains with 20 quality at level 21, Enfeeble with 20 quality and level 21, and Arcane Surge with 20 quality and at level 6, 7, or 8 depending on your mana cost. Zealotry at 20 quality with level 21, Temporal Chains with 20 quality at level 21, Blasphemy with 23 quality at level 20, Enlighten level 4, and Aspect of the Spider crafted onto your gear. Blood Magic with 20 quality at level 20, Malevolence with 20 quality at level 20, Clarity with 20 quality and level 20 to 18 depending on how much free mana you have, and then Flame Dash unlinked. Vol Discipline at 20 quality at level 20, Enlighten level 4, Vol Blight at 20 quality and level 20, and Vol Righteous Fire at 20 quality at level 20. GemSetup for Essence Drain / Contagion. Essence Drain at 20 quality and level 21, Efficacy at 20 quality and level 21, Controlled Destruction at 20 quality and level 21, Void Manipulation at 20 quality and level 21, Swift Affliction at 20 quality and level 21, and ideally an Empower level 4. Blasphemy with 23 quality and level 20, Despair with 20 quality and level 21, Efficacy with 20 quality and level 21, Temporal Chains with 20 quality and level 21, Clarity with 20 quality and level 21, and Enlighten level 4. Vol Blight with 20 quality at level 20, Vol Righteous Fire with 20 quality and level 20, Cast when damage taken with 20 quality and level 1, Immortal Call with 20 quality and level 1, and Aspect of the Spider crafted on your gear. Blood Magic with 20 quality at level 20, Vol Discipline with 20 quality at level 20, Malevolence with 20 quality and level 20, and Enlighten level 4. Contagion with 20 quality and level 20, Arcane Surge with 20 quality and level 6, Flame Dash with 20 quality and level 20, and Faster Casting with 20 quality and level 20. As a side note, most auras will only gain area of effect for leveling up their quality, so only worry about leveling quality if you are going to be participating in party play. BudgetGear. And now for the exciting part, gearing. One of the many beauties of the Queen of Chaos is she can be built on almost any budget. So if you're just starting out, you may find it helpful to go about this build a little differently. First of all, you'll want to go Chaos Inoculation instead of Pain Attunement, as well as pick up Vile Bastion instead of Withering Presence. This will allow you to feel tankier and reach higher energy shield totals with less investment. Next, here are some pieces of gear you'll want to target. Breath of the Council as your main hand weapon is a relatively cheap option to increase your chaos damage, area of effect, and skill effect duration. Heretic's Veil will help with mana reservation and provide a free level 22 blasphemy for your all-important curse auras. Steppen Eared is a cheap pair of boots that can give you a solid amount of energy shield. A Chaos Impresence grants increased damage over time and a free Despair aura so you don't have to rely on reserving too much mana. A pair of Energy from Within jewels, when socketed appropriately, will significantly increase your maximum energy shield total. The rest of your gear should be rare, and you should focus on capping your resistances as well as getting as much energy shield as possible. This is especially true for your body armor, as that slot has by far the highest potential for energy shield gains. EndgameGear. Once you've accumulated a little more currency, it's time to look towards min-maxing your very own Queen of Chaos. To do this, you'll need the following pieces of gear. A crafted staff or bow with increased levels of socketed gems, increased levels of socketed support gems, chaos damage multiplier over time, increased chaos damage, increased cast speed, and a chance to gain Arcane Surge on kill. With a bow, you can use Soul Strike, which grants us maximum energy shield, as well as an 80% faster start to energy shield recharge. If you want to try your hand at Corruption Gambling, you can try to vol your Soul Strike to get skills chain +1 times, and make it chain and gain damage for 2 targets, as used by Ichigo's level 100 finalized version of the build. A Chevron's Wrappings is a required staple of any low-life build, and this one is no different. Because of your Bane setup or Tri-Curse Enlightened Blasphemy setup, this needs to be at least 5-linked. Your helm should be rare, with as much energy shield as possible, along with a nearby enemies have negative chaos resistance mod. This can be obtained with aberrant and dense fossil crafting. Your gloves should also be rare, ideally on the fingerless silk base, and you should have as much energy shield and resistances as possible. As you can see here, Ichigo chose to craft his aspect of the spider on this piece of gear as well. Your boots are more of the same, so you should focus on energy shield and resistances. You may also want to prioritize a movement speed mod, as this build does not have a lot of built-in mobility. A rare belt with mods like energy shield, resistances, increased chaos, and some much needed strength. Ichigo has also chosen to craft 20% increased damage. Mark of the Shaper provides a massive boost in spell damage and a nice chunk of energy shield. Just make sure your other ring is an Elder item. Your other ring should be rare and Elder and is best utilized as a slot almost entirely focused on capping your resists. Your Amulet slot is another staple of low-life builds, a Presence of Cheula. This amulet provides a large amount of energy shield, stun immunity, and nearly caps your chaos resistance when paired with Withering Presence. A Watcher's Eye with 22% to non-ailment chaos damage over time multiplier while affected by malevolence. Your flask slots are flexible depending on your personal preference, but Ichigo recommends a sulfur, basalt, quicksilver, and quartz, all with the Alchemist's prefix. Additionally, it's crucial to get bleed, freeze, ignite, and curse immunity across your various flasks. Lastly, a Witchfire Brew will blind nearby enemies and grant some increased damage over time. And that about does it. In the description below, you'll find links to Ichigo's forum guide, the Path of Building Pastebin, and of course my personal YouTube channel. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to leave a comment and Ichigo will get back to you as soon as he can. This has been Nathan, and I hope you enjoyed this guide for Lahkesis, the Queen of Chaos.